Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we ask that you please take your seats. Our program is about to begin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our MC and SparkYouth Young Leader Award winner, Osmiri Leonardo.
Hello, everyone. Can I please ask you to take your seats? Good evening. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Yes. Buenas noches, everyone. My name is Osmiri Leonardo, and I am a 16-year-old high school senior at Washington Heights Expeditionary Learning School. And I'm very happy to be your MC tonight. I'm also proud to be the 2022 Young Leader from the SparkYouth member program, Futures Ignite. SparkYouth supports 15 innovative, youth-centered organizations in New York City. And with SparkYouth support, Futures Ignite works to amplify youth and community power by inspiring, guiding, and advocating for students to determine their college careers and leadership roles. Now, I know I'm the one behind the podium today, but I have a question for each of you. Do you remember the fall of your senior year of high school? Yes. Do you remember that month before you found out if you got into your dream school? I'm told some of you may have been checking your mailbox. But I want you to raise your hands if you remember how that felt. Really, raise your hands. Okay, I see a lot of hands. Now, do you remember who was by your side, who helped you submit those applications and navigate the decision-making process? A family member? Maybe it was a friend. Maybe it was a college counselor, but here is a reality check. In New York City public high schools, the average college counselor to student ratio is 1 to 333. Does that seem like smart math to you? Imagine having only 2 college counselors to support each and every person in this room tonight. Look around this room. Go ahead, look around. Only 2 college counselors to support each and every single person here. Does this seem equitable to each and every one of you? Well, lucky for me, there's an organization that is working to change that. Thanks to the support of Futures Ignite, I have been a Brooklyn Museum intern, a student ambassador, and a participant at Syracuse University Summer College Prep Program. And so many more opportunities. I am also a Posse semifinalist, awaiting news from colleges like Smith, Vanderbilt, and Lafayette. So, I would like to thank SparkYouth and each of you for investing in programs like Futures Ignite that provide opportunities for young people to find, develop, and embolden our sparks. I know that Futures Ignite will be by my side as I continue to chart my path. I also know I am not the only one whose spark has been ignited by SparkYouth.
Hi, my name is David Nunez, and Uptown Stories is my spark. Uptown Stories allowed me to open up, to see things differently, and to share my creativity with more people.
Hi, my name is Johnny Baylor. Harlem Grown is my spark. Harlem Grown has inspired me to eat more healthy and give back to my community.
My name is Kanisha Mahajan, and Why Vote is my spark. Collaborating with other young people, allies, and organizations has enabled me to see the power of youth voices and intergenerational dialogue in just helping communities and changing our world.
My name is Angeline Benoit, and STEM from Dance is my spark. STEM from Dance ignited me with confidence in everything I want to do and what I want to do in life.
Hey, my name is Melissa Ray Bailey Gale, and Americon Tech is my spark. Americon Tech helped me develop love for marketing, communications, and importantly, technology.
Hi, my name is Aaron Jean-Francois, and Tech Kids Unlimited is my spark. Tech Kids Unlimited ignited my passion for computers and technology, and I'm proud of what I've achieved as an autistic person.
Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie Henry, and Seeds of Fortune is my spark. Seeds of Fortune is a community dedicated to helping young women of color seek opportunities beyond the college experience in career and technical development.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kylie Nyla Richardson, and Inspiring Minds is my spark. Inspiring Minds has helped me lead conversations on human rights and has even helped me create and direct my own political literacy program for the youth. Inspiring Minds has helped me uplift and encourage my community in ways unimaginable. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ariel Prado, and the Harold Hunter Foundation is my spark. They've helped me accomplish my goals both on and off a skateboard, meet friends and new mentors, and most importantly, granted me a way to help the skateboarding community.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Cruz, and Drama Club is my spark. Everything Drama Club did for me as an incarcerated adolescent helped me change me for the better. I am proud of how I pushed myself to be a better me and to be a teaching artist for incarcerated youth.
My name is Clarisse Marie Victoire Teves, and City Growers is my spark. They inspired me to have a passion for cooking that I maintain to this day.
Hi, my name is Dominique Holmes, and Brooklyn Boatworks is my spark. Learning to build boats and create with Brooklyn Boatworks is really cool and interesting, and seeing people's reactions to my creation is makes me really happy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tamaine Hamilton, and City Living is my spark. My dream of starting a nonprofit organization that empowers our most vulnerable was inspired by City Living. With the right guidance, I am hopeful that this would become a reality.
My name is Bryce Hall Knight, and Bronx Across is my spark. Thanks to Bronx Across, I have not only strived to work harder as a player, but also a student. This program has sparked my passion to lead, learn, and always improve.
And my spark is Futures Ignite, where I have been empowered as a leader to build the blocks of my future. Now, how exactly does SparkYouth ignite all these sparks? Let's find out.
I think we all, as young people, had sparks in our lives, and those may have been experiences, those may have been people. And in a lot of ways, I think it doesn't matter what the spark was, it matters that you had them, that you had access to them, and you had opportunity. SparkYouth supports a really wide variety of organizations. The commonality is that they're working with young people in our city. So that might be supporting young people who are aging out of foster care. It might be supporting young people in the South Bronx who love to play lacrosse. It might be investing in the future of STEM and having more women of color be a part of that industry. But really what's important is that the young people are getting the skills that help them to become the leaders that we need in our city, in our country, and in our world.
I think it is so important for young people to find their spark because by knowing like your spark, you also are getting to know yourself and someone can't tell you who you are. You know who you are.
Once you find something that you really like and you stick with it, it could be like life lessons about it and stuff. Like teach you stuff that you can use in the real world.
I could think of events that made a big difference to me that would be a spark. Having to stand in front of a room and sing in a foreign language that I didn't know, to be coming of age because of my religion, it was the most scary thing in the world when I was 13 years old. All of a sudden I had confidence I could stand in front of a room, because if you could do that, you could kind of do anything.
Something that was a spark to me was socializing with my teammates and uplifting them. I've gotten frustrated at my teammates. We're all a team. Instead of getting mad at them, you have to uplift them and help them learn from their mistakes.
Now, Greta, what was your spark when you were my age?
In my case, I grew up in a farm in rural Kentucky, so it involved fast horses and motorbikes.
One of the things that I think makes our work so special is that we're investing in organizations at a really critical moment in their trajectory of growth, so that our investment can have maximum impact on the organization and on the young people that they work with. And we do that in 3 distinct ways: through a multi-year commitment of financial support, by helping organizations build their infrastructure so they're more sustainable and have more longevity, and through a cohort model. So we have 15 visionary leaders of innovative organizations that get to grow with and support one another.
SparkYouth is an untraditional funder that not only in terms of their multi-year general operating support, but in terms of the capacity building and the peer network that they offer. And they've really helped Bronx Lacrosse become the organization we've been destined to be.
SparkYouth is a community of youth, of nonprofit leaders, of supporters. And it takes all of those people working together to make such a positive impact in our city.
I'm giving back to community, I'm giving back to young folks, I'm giving back to their families as well through my role on the board of SparkYouth.
I'm not from New York, but I've been here 14 years and it's become my home. And so it was a great opportunity for me to be part of an organization that was investing in my community. That's my new home.
New York City has given so much to so many people, and I think the best way to give back to New York City is by supporting its youth. And the best way to support the youth is by supporting SparkYouth.
What we know is that there are thousands more children in New York City who could be positively impacted by these programs. We need you to continue to spark opportunity for our young people and our incredible organizations.
You are the backbone of the city, and you're going to be what makes it great for generations to come.
Good evening. I hope sparks are flying around the room. Everyone's remembering their spark when they were a young person. My name's Susie Myers-Jackson. I'm the executive director of SparkYouth, and I am here to thank you. Your support tonight ensures that every young person in our city has access to programs that empower and uplift and spark them. I'm also here to invite you to deepen your engagement with and your investment in SparkYouth. After 28 years of impact, our board has laid out a strategic vision for the next 3 years, in which we will accelerate growth in youth-centered organizations, ensure lasting support of some of our city's most innovative nonprofits, and expand the SparkYouth community so we can maximize our impact on New York City youth. We cannot do that without you. So what can you do? I've got 3 things. Learn. Please take time to read in your event program about all 15 of our extraordinary organizations and the unique way that SparkYouth is helping them grow. 2, reach out. Call me, email me, come give me your business card after dinner tonight. I would love to talk to each of you personally about how your unique strengths, sparks, interests can align with SparkYouth's impact. And last but certainly not least, invest. SparkYouth has continued to grow. This year we have a $2.5 million need in order to achieve our mission. Tonight, this event accounts for $2 million of that. We are at 1.75, so we are very close. In a little bit, our friend Harry is going to come on stage, and he's going to invite you to be a part of the magic of reaching that goal tonight. But here's my personal ask of every single person in this room. You've already heard from some of our extraordinary young people. They are bringing their best to their communities every day, sometimes against really big odds. And so I'm going to ask that every single person in this room considers what your best is tonight. What kind of meaningful contribution can you make to support our city's youth? I'm going to let you ponder that for a little bit. And I'm going to hand the mic back over to the most powerful voices in the room, our young people. So please join me in welcoming our 2022 Young Leader from Bronx Lacrosse, Bryce Hall Knight.
Hello, my name is Bryce Hall Knight, and it is an honor to be a 2022 SparkYouth leader from Bronx Lacrosse. I'm a 17-year-old kid from the South Bronx here today to tell you how Bronx Lacrosse has helped me flip the script and proved everyone's preconceptions wrong. Growing up in the South Bronx is not easy. Unfortunately, resources in New York City are not distributed equitably. The fundamental parts of daily life, like clean, affordable housing, food security, access to healthy food, banking, restaurants, small businesses, and mental health support are terribly insufficient, and my community is one that needs it the most. In the South Bronx, just 7.5 miles away from where we are right now, gangs are not just a phenomenon on TV and movies. I've known kids my age who have died due to gang violence. I've known kids who have dropped out of high school. And I've known kids who got stuck in the rut, didn't have a way out. This is not an ideal place to grow up, and almost everyone has counted me out. Thankfully, I have a very special single mother who has worked 2 jobs. I have a very special single mother who has worked 2 jobs for us to get by and has always stressed the importance of education. One of the things that has always brought me joy growing up was sports. I was an athletic kid, but the available options were limited to the typical basketball, soccer, and baseball always played in the Bronx. I wanted to try something new. I learned that lacrosse was a part of my Native American heritage and felt connected immediately. I loved the fast-paced physicality and excitement of something new. I knew of other kids playing in different parts of the city, but unfortunately, despite my passion, I could not afford the expensive gear or program fees or necessary transportation, and my lacrosse career nearly ended before it began. Imagine, to my surprise, when I discovered a lacrosse program at the foot of the Yankee Stadium in the South Bronx, right near my home. The chance meeting in the park that day set my life on a new course. The coach on the field that day was none other than Dan Leventhal, the man who has played roles of coach, mentor, friend, brother, and father to me over the last few years. During that chance meeting on the field, I joined Bronx Lacrosse free of charge and was supplied with a full set of gear. My only requirement was to commit to practices and maintain strong grades. I can tell you firsthand what this program is doing for kids in my community. As a Bronx Lacrosse player, I've grown immensely on and off of the field. Bronx Lacrosse is more than a sports team. Student athletes benefit from intensive academic tutoring, mentorship, high school and college application support, and the social and emotional benefits a serious commitment to athletic teaches. Through my years with Bronx Lacrosse, I developed my self-esteem and leadership skills, formed lasting friendships, and learned the opportunities that the world has to offer beyond my community. Of course, Bronx Lacrosse has also developed me into a strong player through high-level coaching. We've had college-level players coaches, and professionals come to the Bronx to support our growth, and I've been able to showcase my talent at colleges, prospect days, and showcases for the past couple of years. I've never expected that these opportunities would lead to where I am today. Due to these experiences afforded to me by Bronx Lacrosse, I've recently committed to play lacrosse at Tufts University. Which, might I say, is one of the best college programs in the country and contends for national championships every year. I intend on being an architectural studies major and hope to continue to pave the way for all future Bronx Lacrosse participants. While I am proud of these accomplishments, I should not be the exception to this norm. There are thousands of students like me in the South Bronx, and all of them deserve the access and support and experience that Bronx Lacrosse provides. I would like to thank SparkYouth and all of you supporting and the growth of the program like Bronx Lacrosse so that we can reach more and more young people like me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story, Bryce. And now, please join me in welcoming the 2022 Young Leader from City Living, Tamaine Hamilton.
Good afternoon. The first time I met Liz Northcutt, founder and executive director of City Living New York, I was faced with challenges within the supportive housing I secured after leaving foster care. My basic needs were not being met. I had no choice in the type of housing or neighborhood I would reside in. I had no choice in my furniture. And honestly, the bed was far from comfortable. There was a sense that this apartment did not belong to me, and my environment was a constant reminder of the absence of choice. My only option was to seek assistance from outside organizations, such as City Living, to give me the choices that any youth exiting foster care deserves. A number of youth advocates had recommended Liz. Her fairness, creativity, and commitment to helping youth in difficult circumstances were praised. When I heard about this new organization, working with young people who have aged out of foster care, I was intrigued. I learned that young adults were being assisted with housing and home goods. In addition, foster youth were provided with educational resources, scholarships, and mock interviews to help them succeed upon exiting foster care and guide them towards self-sufficiency. For me, this meant a few things. City Living assisted me with my move from supportive housing into my very own apartment. When I got my keys, Liz came to my apartment to see what furniture and home goods that I would need. This was an apartment I chose in a neighborhood I felt safe in. The importance of choice cannot be overstated. I received a glowing reference from Liz when I applied for a position at the Fortune Society. The two of us frequently discuss policy changes we would like to see in the areas of foster care, juvenile justice, and housing. City Living also provided me with the opportunity to learn financial literacy and understanding what a healthy relationship looks like. As a freshman in college, I know that City Living will support me to ensure that nothing hinders my academic success. Liz's dedication to City Living is reflected in the way that she supports me and countless others. As an advocate for foster youth and housing reform, I am actively involved in advocacy initiatives to make these systems more efficient and just. I am currently employed at the Fortune Society as a public policy housing specialist. Where I help individuals secure safe and affordable and stable housing. One of my goals is to start a nonprofit organization focused on empowering youth who experience foster care. And I know Liz will be an ally and a future board member to ensure that my organization makes a meaningful impact. As you are witnessing, there are no organizations here that are the same. They are each unique in their own way. These agencies are empowering the next generation of youth leaders with ideas that will move mountains. So ask yourself, what type of investment you can make in the lives of our young people who are trying their best to overcome systemic obstacles in order to succeed. Take a moment to recall that significant person who contributed to your development, your parent, your mentor, or a neighbor. Take a moment to reflect on the personal sacrifices made for you to become who you are today. Your success is an example of how far your contributions can take the next generation of youth leaders. So please be generous. My success is a direct result of the investments made in me by organizations such as City Living, SparkYouth, who have groundbreaking approaches with empowering thousands of youth in our city. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the 2022 Youth Award benefit. I'll leave you with this quote by Abraham Lincoln. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let them down. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome friend of Spark Youth, Harry Santa Olaya.
An understandably tepid applause after Tremaine Hamilton and Bryce Hall Knight. That's fair, I deserve that. But they deserve a lot better. Can we give a round of applause, please, to the young leaders? Oh, come on, New York, put your back in it. They're right there. There was barely a dry eye in the audience over there as Bryce very movingly described the impact his mother's work has had on his development. So unbelievable. Thank you to Bryce. Thank you to Tremaine. And it is good to be back. How is morale out there? Can I move over to this microphone? It feels a bit early, but I'd like to just see seamless. They don't miss a beat at Cipriani. They do not miss a beat. How are we doing on the right? How's morale over here? Are we fired up? We ready to go? All right, not so great. In the middle, are we good? Let's go. All right, on the left-hand side, let's go. All right, sweet. Right, we know what the deal is here. Many of you are aware of my role this evening. I'm the guy standing between you and dinner and the rest of your week. And there is really only so long you can push around some tired-looking tomatoes, right? So we got to raise some money at this stage. Who's at their first Spark Youth event? Just out of curiosity. Their first Spark, welcome. Okay, so maybe 15 of you. Who's been to this event before? Okay, that is not 50-50. Who has just realized they're at the wrong Cipriani? Like, that is absolutely fine. You're welcome. But you gotta invest to be here, to be fair. And by the way, speaking of Cipriani, can you believe this is what banks used to look like? Like this, if you look around, these marble, huge, vacuous, this is how hard they used to work to earn our trust. And now we do our banking on an app in the restroom. What have we become? Look at this, ridiculous, it's spectacular. This is the perfect environment to raise a bunch of money. And For those of you who have been here before, we have a very quick auction, and tonight is just one item. It's an awesome item. But then we move into the appeal, where I encourage absolutely everyone to get involved. And it couldn't have been said better earlier by Susie in that we're looking for everyone to give their best. Don't just give a donation, like really dig deep, because we can change a lot of lives in the next 8 minutes. We're going to start, though, with auction item number 1, the one and only auction item, which is a Sommelier wine and cheese experience in Sonoma with a 3-night stay at Fairmont Sonoma, including a dinner at a Michelin star restaurant, Sante Restaurant. So that's a 3-night stay at Fairmont Sonoma, which is worth thousands of dollars. There's wine and cheese tasting with award-winning wines, and there is going to be a certified sommelier whose job it is to just drink wine and pretend he or she knows what's going on with it, because it's all nonsense, let's be honest. But the good news is they're certified to be a sommelier, so you're going to have that, which will feel fantastic, and that's going to be at the Maryvale Vineyards. And then you have a dinner for 2 at a Michelin star restaurant, which I Googled earlier, and it actually does look spectacular. There is going to be a day. Everyone remain calm. You're probably wondering, how are you going to get fed in the morning? There's breakfast. Every morning's included. It's just part of the deal with this one. 3 nights, Fairmont, cheese and wine tasting. You'll be doing all the swirling. It'll look glorious. But the Michelin star restaurant is spectacular. And then, not only do you get the breakfast for 2, you get a chauffeur-driven town car for the sommelier experience. So you really are fancy at this point. You know, I would bring a little hat for the chauffeur, and you will head to your wine and cheese experience. And this is basically a spectacular item. And one final thing to add, which I thought was quite a curious thing, and if the wine and cheese experience and the 3 nights at Sonoma and the wine tasting, all that sort of stuff doesn't quite tickle the taste buds, apparently the venue has incredible Wi-Fi. So if you were just on the fence at this stage, we're all good. You got Wi-Fi, so there it is. And you got 2.5 years to book this trip. So don't worry about anything with restrictions or that sort of stuff. 2.5 years to book it. We are going to start the bidding at a very modest, I want to see just a ton of hands in the air. So we're just going to start at $1,000. And I'll start at $1,000. We're now at $2,000. We're looking for $2,000 for a trip that's worth comfortably $6,000 if you went online. Okay, we're at $2,000. Okay, I'm in for $3,000. The auctioneer is currently winning this item at $3,000. And the irony is, I haven't had a drop of alcohol in 7.5 years. So why would I be going on a wine? Do we have 4 over there? This is kind of curious. Do you want to just call it 5? Just knock this one on the head. We're in for 5? Wait a second. Let's get to know each other. Come on. We're at $4,000 over here. This should be going for like 10 grand. We're looking for $5,000. 5 bid right here. Well played. Table 19. We're at $6,000. And I'm on camera. Hi, Mum. We're looking for $6,000. Just go for it. She's good for 10. I will get her to 10. I need you to help me out. $6,000. She's in for 6. I'll take $6,500. $6,500. Just look at me. It doesn't matter. It's just no. She is in for 6. You're not competing with her at 6. What? Are you really? I'm going to loan you the extra $400. We're at 65. There should be selling for. Is this thing on? What the hell is going on? I'm looking for $7,000 now. Who's with me for $7,000? Table 17 is on the fence. There's a bit of pointing action. 7 bid right here. Well played. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not bidding, can you get behind them? Because we're trying to raise money for this amazing organization. Are the speakers working on the right-hand side? We're looking for $8,000, please, for this trip to Sonoma. Otherwise, we're selling once at 7, selling twice at $7,000. Table 35, here's the deal. She's good for 10. Look at me. Stop ignoring me. Look directly at me. She is good for $10,000. I'll take $7,001 at this stage. Go on, let's do it. Just one extra dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, can you get behind her at $7,001? That's all we need right now. Can we get the iMag live on table 35, please? Here it is. At the moment she comes in at $7,001, just wave your napkins around your head like absolute lunatics. It's going to be spectacular. Just wait for it. It's going to be fun. Are we in position? Anyone want this at $7,001? Are we good? I'll give you the napkin right here. Are we good for it at $7,000? That was the worst thing you could have done. We're selling once at $7,000, selling twice at $7,000. You were definitely good for 10, weren't you? I knew it. We are sold to table 29 at $7,000. Right. That's meant to be just like a little bit of a warm-up, just a little bit of a teaser for what is now the most important part of the night. This is the SparkYouth Critical Mission Appeal. Now, this is the part of the night where everyone, not just the high rollers at table 29, and please, can we get a bottle of champagne sent over to table 29, and feel free to just spray it everywhere. Just have fun with that. This is the chance for everyone to get involved, including the right-hand side of the room, okay? So, as Susie said, we have got a $250,000 need tonight, which does sound sizable. The good news is there are 1 billion of you in this room, so we can make this happen. But what we do need is for everyone to do their bit. There are going to be text messages sent out to all 478 of you right now, okay? So those text messages should have arrived in your inbox right now. All you have to do is follow the link. As and when you want to give at a level that I talk you through, I want you to put your hand in the air, or ideally your napkin so I can see it a little bit better. But then the really key part is we need to then follow the prompts on the link to give it into the system. Now, some of you may have been a little bit sneaky coming in and you may have given a fake cell phone number. No, it's okay, you're forgiven. That's okay, it happens. It's not ideal at a charity event, but it happens. The good news is, if you've had a reversal of feelings towards the link, don't worry about it. There are pledge cards and pen and paper on the table that we can collect your pledges manually, but it is more fun if everyone gets involved at the same time. I'm gonna start high, and we have an incredible supporter who wants to help make sure that we meet that challenge, and that is the Lawrence Foundation, who has generously pledged $100,000. Huh. Okay. I'd expect a much bigger applause than that, to be fair. I may as well have just gone, they've pledged $10 for the night. That is a terrible round of applause. We'll do better as and when. But at $100,000, they are donating, and they being the Lawrence Foundation, they're generating $100,000 dollar for dollar match. So we are going to apply just a tiny bit more pressure as well, because what I'm going to do this year, for the first time ever, I'm going to invite the SparkYouth board members up to the stage. So please give a round of applause to Susie, to Richard, Marty, and Ria, and of course, Greta. So these are my eyes and ears. If you know them, they're gonna call you out. They're gonna make this incredibly awkward. No, I'm just joking. But they're gonna help me out, because obviously it's a big space. And we're gonna start, and by the way, we're looking for 100% participation, and up here, we're gonna see how much has been raised, I believe, on a big totalizer. We're gonna start, and I'd like everyone to just think back to Bryce and to Maine at this very moment. We're gonna start the appeal at $25,000, which provides a full semester of high quality after school programming at a New York City Public School. Do we have anyone in the room willing and able to just make a straight up $25,000 donation? If you could just put your hand in the air or your napkin in the air. See what happens at this stage. You're now learning how it feels. You get it. It's tough, right? When you look around, they all immediately look down. It's so embarrassing. Here we are, right here. Table 7. I think I'm reading Robert right here. Robert, you are a legend at $25,000. One cause. Come and help Robert put it into the system. Okay, all right, you got to do better than this. If I'm giving $25,000 on a Monday night and I get that tepid, miserable round of applause, I would be livid. $25,000! Good grief! What are you gonna do, Robert? Okay, so that's 25 grand. Do we have anyone else willing to come in at $25,000? And didn't that feel awesome? Both the giving, the altruism, isn't that the best feeling in the world? But then everyone they'll be chanting your name all the way home, all the way back to their apartment. Robert, remember that guy, Robert? What a legend he was. Anyone on the right-hand side at 25, do you want that love and adulation at $25,000? Are we good for it at 20? You got to linger at this point. So here's the key. Because someone's on the fence out there, someone's in a position. Come on, who's with me? Wait, I'm not allowed to I can't lean on them to give at $25,000. That is not professional. Anyone at $25,000, otherwise we're just going to drop it down to $10,000, which pays for college counseling for 20 young people at Futures Ignite, which we heard about the impact earlier. Think about if this was your kid. How much would you give to your child? $10,000 will help 20 Bryce Hall Knights, 20 Tremaine Hamiltons. Who's with me at $10,000? Just put your hand in the air at $10,000. Do we have anyone willing and able to come in? The right-hand side has woken up. They said it couldn't be done. They said, Harry, not a chance would you get $1 from the right-hand side of Cipriani 42nd Street. What do they know? They know nothing. Table 21, round of Jaeger bomb shots, please, for table 21. And by the way, you can't just take the credit. You've also got to put it through your phone. Otherwise, we're not going to get near our target. Who else is with me at $10,000? Do we have anyone else at $10,000? Just $10,000. That is I always say it at this event, $1 a day. That's it, table 28. $1 a day for the next 10,000 days. And we have done it. I'm looking around, I'm feeling confident, I'm in a good area. Do we have one at the back? Right at the back of the room on table 59. And let me tell you, sir, you have just bought yourself an upgrade to the front of the room next year. What on earth is he doing in the cheap seats back here? He needs to be right up there, right at the front row. All right, can we make sure that $10,000 donation goes through? That is fantastic. We're at $75,000. Right, who's with me at $5,000, which is essentially a cocktail in this part of town? I'm in too deep. This is way too, heavy lift. $5,000, okay? In fact, Darcy, at $5,000. We have another over here at $5,000. Wait a second, just out of curiosity, sorry. Just because I'm a little bit behind, hold fire. Does anyone want to do a $7,500 ask? I mean, just out of curiosity. Because usually you go 10, then 5, but 7,500, just out of curiosity, I'm only asking because 7,500 provides laptops for 5 SparkYouth students, just like Bryce and Osmary. Who's with me? Anyone at 7,500, otherwise we will go to the original $5,000. We have one at $5,000 right here. we have another, right, table 23 on the side over here. Can this microphone work over behind the scenes? Come in from the side, from the east wing. Table 23 right here at $5,000. And another here on table 24 at $5,000. Anyone on the other side of this huge vacuous hall, just put your hand in the air. Board members, can you see anyone else coming in at $5,000? We're getting to a more comfortable level. We're now at $2,500. It's quite hard. You guys just stay here, relax. You just don't worry about it. Anyone else on the left at 5,000? Otherwise, we're gonna right over here. I don't believe it. Table 26 at $5,000. Can we make sure we help him out, put it through the system? Where are we at? $87,000, not bad. Don't forget the dollar for dollar match. And another right here, goodness me. The right-hand side has really gone from zero to hero over here. I'm very, very happy to see it. Lovely stuff. One right here at $5,000. Anyone else at $5,000? Otherwise, we're gonna half it down to $2,500. At $25,000, that is 2 hours parking outside Cipriani, 42nd Street, and it empowers young women of color. One right here at $2,500. We have another over, two on table 21, which has been a really fruitful table over there. Table 4 at $2,500. Sorry? Right in front, you were here all along, thank you very much. There we go, $2,500. The left-hand side has really got to up their game. Come on, let's go, $2,500. Who's with me at 20? Do you see that? Immediately heads go down. Immediately eyes go down. It's just wild out there. Anyone else at $2,500? Otherwise, we're gonna drop it down to just $1,000, okay? And $1,000 supports a young person for a whole year. Life-changing opportunities, a whole year at $1,000. I wanna see, on the left-hand side, I'm gonna see the left-hand side. Let's see if they can set a target. We have one here. We have two on the same table. Who else at $1,000? Come on, we can do this. 3, 4, thank you very much. 5 at the back, thank you, sir. You can't just get the credit, you've got to put it through. 6 right here. Let's get it to 10. 7 at the back, thank you very much. Who else is with me? Let's get 3 more on the left-hand side. No, not yet. Oh, actually, technically this counts on the left. 8 right here, 2 more. 9 at the back over here. Who else is with me? Hold fire, we're gonna set a target for you. We need 1 more on the left. 1 more, come on, this is it. Come on, someone else go at $1,000. We gotta set a target of 10. Right here, table 15. All right, let's go, table 19. Okay, so we got 10 to beat. 1 right here. We have 2, 3, 4. Again, table 1. What are you doing in the murky, dark corners? You should be right up here with the groovers. We have another 5 at $1,000. 5 more, 6, 3 more, 7. Sorry, now 3 more. I could have done with some after-school math. We need 3 more at $1,000. Come on. 1 right here, 2 right here. And Kathy, are you giving? At $1,000, the event planner is giving. Unbelievable. Right, we're at $500. Which buys proper lacrosse equipment and uniforms for a student athlete at Bronx Lacrosse. We heard all about how important that is. Just put your hands in the air. Can you count up on the left-hand side and just really stare at people just so you got some pressure? We're on the right-hand side at $500. Just put your hand in the air if you're willing to give. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not really allowed to point at someone else, really. Technically, that's not how it works. 5, 6 at $500, 7 at the back over here, 8. It's just money. It doesn't matter. You'll get more of it. If you're in here indulging in steak and delicious food and knickknacks, you're gonna make more of it. I promise. There it is, 500 and another 500. Let's get 5 more right here, table 13. Thank you very much, team. Who else is with me at 500? Right, we're at 250. I forgot one last thing. Shh. Sorry, one last thing. Hit the link on the phone. I thought I'd been through that several times. Oh, it's one of those audiences. I get it. I got it. Okay, shh. We're really not doing badly at this stage. I'm sorry to shush you. Why didn't anyone tell me we're like really close to the goal? I forgot to mention, really stupid of me, if you are a guest this evening, probably of one of the board members, and by the way, give it up for the board members, because without them, these events, the whole organization, it doesn't exist. If you're a guest of a board member, if you're a guest of a sponsor, or one of the programs has invited you, then can you give them a round of applause? Because technically, without them, these events really do not happen. Great. If you're clapping right now, you're on a free ride, okay? Which is not what we want, okay? It's fine, because 90% of galas, that's what it is. It's not rude, don't worry. Don't worry, it's fine. She's shaking her head, it's fine. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invite you into the best feeling in the world, which is not a free meal. The best feeling in the world is altruism and giving back. And whether that's $50 to say thank you to your table host, or $250, I promise you, it will feel amazing that you have done something of benefit for your community. And I promise you, every dollar counts, no matter how small or how big. And just to finish up, if you want to give a generous donation and you didn't necessarily want to put your hand in the air, and that might be 100,000, who knows? Then please, please, please speak to Susie or one of the board members and just talk through what that generous gift can do for the organization. She's likely going to take you out for lunch to say thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at, can we get the totalizer at this? We're at 2:30. So we got $20,000 to go. You've got the rest of the evening. Follow the link you have been sent. I have been Harry Santa Olala. You have been spectacular, as always, and enjoy your dinner. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.